welcome to Loudmouth News.
Coming at you from Seattle.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so we talked about this earlier. Alaska is poised to let people use marijuana at certain stores. So like customers or tourists can come in and there'll be a little section over there and you'll be able to use cannabis.
Is that the same thing as letting people smoke cigarettes in certain stores?
They're not going to let you smoke it. And that's the thing that they're smoke because it's smoke. But the thing that confuses me is like, if I was at Safeway right now, would anybody keep me from popping an edible? I mean, and at that point, aren't you using?
You are using, but I know you would never do that.
Well, no, not at Safeway.
Get high and go shopping in a Walmart.
That's funny.
Well,
so what's your take on that? When you first heard the line, the headline there?
Well, supporters of on-site marijuana use see it as a way to provide tourists with a place to partake. Because Carrie Kerrigan, she's the executive director of the Alaska Marijuana Industry Association.
Oh, yeah.
She thinks there's a lot riding on this.
I know her. Yeah, she's obviously talking about smoking marijuana at these stores because, like you said, what's going to stop somebody from dropping an edible at Safeway?
I think you might be right because interested retail businesses, they have to devise a plan, for security. And here's the key. It says ventilation.
Man, that sucks!
That's a big clue. And other standards, because you don't need ventilations to pop a gummy bear.
No, you don't.
So even though Alaska may allow it, if the local government, like back in the dry county days and so forth, the local government wants to protest the on-site consumption, they can do that, and then everybody has to vote on it.
Apparently, there's not a whole lot to do in Alaska where they're going to toy with the idea of letting people smoke in stores.
Well, Alaska's probably will be the first U.S. state to finalize statewide rules for on-site consumption
here in Alaska. And as for this job, well, it, I quit.
And then that could be something of more of a tourist attraction. I want to go to a place where I can do this freely because most of the nation you can't.
Just speaking of freely, I'm going to let our listeners check out that store for themselves and develop their own opinion about use in stores.
Check this out.
I'm checking.
New Mexico is going to become the first U.S. state to set up its own government-operated marijuana stores and subsidize medical cannabis for the poor.
Are you kidding me?
You must be joking.
Do I look like I'm joking?
I just said
that. Stepped all over the federal government, right? We're going to do things our way here in the state of New Mexico.
Evidently, this bill has been brokered between Republicans and Democrats, and it's part of a new wave of states that are trying to basically legalize recreational sales and consumption.
A way around the federal government because...
Well, it's not around. It's really kind of in their face.
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of, it's like a pie in the face vaudeville kind of a move, right? Just here you go, do something about it.
Are you going to bark all day, little doggy, or are you going to bite?
Well, like here in Washington, we had government-run liquor stores for my whole life until fairly recently here.
So what they're saying to the government is that the state government is getting to the marijuana business.
They're saying if we'll allow medical and recreational marijuana, but we're going to be the ones selling it and making the money.
Is that going to eliminate the other businesses?
Private business? I don't know.
Right, the dispensary down the street is going to have to go out of business because only the government can sell weed in the state of New Mexico.
Maybe your best course would be to tread lightly.
I don't think that's what they're doing. I think from the way I read this is they're setting their own government. It's kind of like the dispersion of drugs to drug addicts in a way, except they're not looking at it as that. They're trying to basically get medical cannabis to the poor.
Right. And so New Mexico is going to do it, and hopefully it catches on, right?
So here's a test. What do you think a 90-day supply of medical marijuana costs in Ohio?
I'll give you a quick number, $280.
It can't be this 185 million number.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
A lot of money. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Wow, that'd be kind of expensive. That would push those people back to the black market in a hurry.
Through 7 weeks of Ohio medical marijuana sales with just 9 dispensaries. Out of just 9 dispensaries that have been open and selling only dried plants, so not even tinctures or anything else. Patients have bought 245 pounds for $1.85. That's from just 9 locations.
That's just 9 locations.
In just 9 months.
Can we invest in them?
Shut up and take my money.
Amazing. Here's how much a 90-day supply of medical marijuana costs in Ohio. It doesn't cost $1.9 million. 90 days is what they've sold? Or
right. That's exactly what it is. It's kind of a misleading.
It is, right.
This has been a Loudmouth News Break. If you want to hear everything going on in the cannabis industry, then turn into loudmouthnews.com.
Let's talk about it.